A long time ago, in a powerful kingdom called Babylon, there lived 3 young men named Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They weren't from Babylon, they were from Jerusalem, taken from their home when Babylon conquered their land. But even in a foreign country, far away from everything they knew, they stayed true to their beliefs. They followed God, the one true God. Now, Babylon was ruled by a proud and powerful king named Nebuchadnezzar. He was rich, famous, and feared. And one day, he had an idea to show off his greatness to the entire kingdom. So, the king built a massive statue, 90 feet tall and made of pure gold. It gleamed in the sun and towered above the people. Then, he sent out a command. When you hear the music play, horns, flutes, drums, all of it, everyone must bow down to the statue. Anyone who refuses will be thrown into a blazing furnace. No exceptions. And just like that, a law was made. The day came, the music played, and the people dropped to their knees. But not everyone. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego stayed standing. They didn't bow. They wouldn't. Because they knew something. No statue, no matter how shiny or tall, deserved worship. Only God did. Word got back to the king, and he was furious. No one disobeyed him, especially not captives. He had them brought before him. King Nebuchadnezzar glared at them and said, "Is it true you refuse to bow? I'll give you one more chance. When the music plays, bow to the statue. If you don't, you'll be thrown into the furnace. And what God could possibly save you then?" Now, most people might panic in a moment like this, but the 3 men stood calm and tall, and they said something that shocked everyone in the room. "We don't need to defend ourselves to you. If we're thrown into the fire, our God is able to save us. But even if he doesn't, we still won't bow to your statue. We only worship God." The king ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual, so hot that the flames burned the guards who got too close. Then he had Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego tied up and thrown into the fire. But then, something strange happened. The king looked into the furnace, and his eyes widened. "Didn't we throw in 3 men?" he asked. His officials nodded. "But look," the king said, pointing. "I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods." Nebuchadnezzar rushed to the edge of the furnace and shouted, "Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, come out, servants of the Most High God." And they did. They walked out of the fire with no burns, no smoke, not even a hair singed. It was like the flames had never touched them at all. The king was shaken. He had seen something beyond his understanding, something divine. He declared, "Praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. No other God can save like this." And just like that, he made a new law. No one in the kingdom could speak against their God. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were promoted to even higher positions in Babylon. They had been tested, and they stood firm. They didn't know what would happen. They just trusted that God was with them, no matter what. This story isn't just about fire, it's about faith. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego didn't know if God would rescue them, but they believed that doing the right thing, even when it was scary, was worth it. And that's the lesson. Sometimes standing up for what you believe might be risky. You might feel alone, but you're not. Their courage reminds us that faith isn't about always knowing the outcome. It's about trusting that you're not walking through the fire alone. Because sometimes, the very thing meant to break you becomes the moment God steps in and walks beside you. Even in the fire, you are not alone.